Alright, welcome to the first episode of Cooking with the Geek, where I, Cody the Geek Vermillion, are going to show you people at home how to cook. We're going to start off today with brownies. Everybody loves brownies. These brownies are special. They're mint brownies. They come in 3 layers. The brownie, the mint layer, and then the chocolate layer. Now I'm going to show you how to start off the brownie right now. Now you're probably wondering what's in this first layer of brownies. I have all the ingredients listed out right here. We're going to start off with 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a half teaspoon of salt, a can of Hershey syrup, basically 16 ounces, 4 eggs, a half cup of softened butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of flour. Now, as I do, some of you will need aid in the kitchen. That's why I have a KitchenAid. Some of you don't know what this is, so I want to briefly go over what it can do. It has a dough hook right here, which is good for mixing with the doughs and stuff, a whisk for like liquids, and what we're going to use are the mixing attachment. This thing is good for mixing brownies and just about anything you need mixed. So we're not going to be needing these two. Alright, now that you have all the ingredients laid out, it's time to get mixing. I like to put them in the order of flour, sugar, butter, the eggs. Now I like to do 2 eggs at one time.
And now you can add the vanilla, add the salt, and now for the syrup, you might need a rubber spatula to get it all out. Now that you have all the ingredients in there, you're ready to start mixing. Now that we have all the ingredients in the bowl, it's time to stir it up. You always want to make sure that this is up. And then you're going to want to start off about speed 2 or low speed just to start off. Get all the things mixed up a little bit. And then in a little bit, speed it up a bit. I like KitchenAid because it really makes sure things get mixed up really well. Alright, now stop.
Now that you stopped it, get your rubber spatula from before and start scraping the sides to make sure all the ingredients are well mixed. Sometimes you'll get like chocolate or flour on the side or on the bottom. You just need to mix it all in to make sure all the ingredients are mixed together. Alright, now once you're done with that, bring it back up, turn it on to about medium speed. Now you're going to let that mix for a little bit, and then you're going to pour it out into a pan.
Alright, now the brownie mix is starting to look good. You want to take it off. You can get this thing off too, you want to take that off too. Just kind of get some of the mix off the hook real quick. Alright, now that you have a 13 by 9 greased pan, you're going to want to pour the brownie mixture into it. Okay, now you're going to want to get your oven preheated to about 350 degrees. And then you want to put your brownies in there and let them cook for about 25 to a half hour. And now while you're doing this, you can make the mint and the chocolate layer. Alright, now moving on to the mint layer. The mint layer is going to consist of 2 cups of powdered sugar, a tablespoon of water, half a teaspoon of mint or peppermint extract, half a cup of softened butter, and about 3 drops of green food dye. Alright, now you just go on to take the 2 cups of powdered sugar. Careful, because this stuff tends to kind of come up into the air afterwards. A tablespoon of water. Your half teaspoon of peppermint or mint extract. Half cup of butter. And now, for your green food dye, careful when you open it because sometimes it tends to spill out on you. Kind of take a paper towel and open it. That way none of it gets on your hands because it will never come out. Alright, now that all that's done, you're ready to start mixing. The third and final layer is fairly simple. All it is 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips and 6 tablespoons of butter. Once you have your butter and chips in a bowl, go over to the microwave and place them in. The time it takes to melt butter will differ with each microwave. I'm going to put mine in for about a minute, but I'll probably have to add on seconds afterwards. After each time you put it in the microwave, take a fork out and mix it up. If it needs more time, put it in. If not, you'll be ready for the next step. Alright, now that the 3 layers are done, it's time to combine them. You'll first want to take your mint layer, kind of just plop it on at first. You want to make sure your brownie is nice and cooled. If it's not, it's gonna not turn out good. The top layer is gonna come up and it's just gonna look really messy and bad. So make sure it's nice and cooled thoroughly before you start this process. Just kind of get it on and spread it out. Alright, now that the mint layer is done, it's time for the final layer, the chocolate. Like it, you just kind of want to take it and pour it on. This one is going to be a lot easier to spread than the mint one is. Mainly because it's kind of liquidy, more of a liquid than the mint is. What I like to do is grab my trusty scraper, just kind of take it and scrape, or not really scrape, but kind of just smooth it out so it gets a nice even coating. Now that all 3 layers are on, it's time to make sure that they stay in that. Because if you leave it like this, the 3rd layer is going to get runny and it's just not going to be any good. Take it in the fridge and just stick it in there for about an hour. Come back, I'll be ready to eat. Well, that was Cooking with the Geek. I hope you learned something, and until next time, don't get owned.